Oh,
Okay.
okay. We made it. Hello. So I am
Hi.
Talitha, and
I'm
here we have Silver. He's with us talking about our art therapy workshop coming up for the Coloring Life Together fundraiser that we're collaborating on. It's super exciting.
okay.
So we're gonna delve into a little bit more about like what this art therapy workshop actually is, what we're expecting from it, and all of that. Um, but just to start, Silver, like tell us just a little bit about you and how you got into art therapy workshops and like why do you love it?
Um, okay. Well, I'm Silver. Hi, guys. Um, I am a 32-year-old uh, New York native. Um, I love art. I work in insurance. And I've always connected to art in any job that I've worked at. Um, when I used to work with kids, I used to use my like art tools to kind of gear the ones who were a little like rowdy in the group to kind of concentrate and kind of like channel it all in. Um, then when I started working in the medical field again, um, I used it in different tools. So like I used to teach um, prevention, and then I got into Emblem Health, not name branding, but and I started teaching here um, 3 years ago. Uh, Ideally, my main agenda is to kind of get people to kind of fall in love with art, and kind of embrace their creativity. Um, when I don't know how to explain it, but the projects that we do are wide range, um, depending on what month we're in, depending on uh, I don't know, depending on the situation at hand. I guess we target a lot about like depression. Um, we talk about community. We talk about um, memories. Sorry, I also should let you guys know the demographic. Um, I work with a lot of people from all age ranges. Um, I want to say the youngest, though, is like maybe 45, 42. The oldest was actually lies. The youngest was 22. 22. I had a whole family. I had her mother and her grandmother come into our class. Um, I like to use different types of mediums for different projects. So we've done figure drawings, we've done abstract paintings, um, neurographic art. Um, that's a that's the subject that we're going to have on the 27th. Without giving everything away, um, I would like to say expect the unexpected, um, and come in with a not a clear mind, but an open mind,
There we go.
um,
Yeah.
to experience the experience, if that makes sense. Right? We have an amazing dance class that's going to happen first, and then having sound healers, um, kind of influence. So like then gearing into doing some creative, mind work on paper is a beautiful, not paper, sorry, Oop, not paper.
Giving things away.
We're
Giving
not
things
using,
away.
no paper, we're not using paper. We're gonna make sure that the experience is experience. Okay, it's going to
That's
be
it.
an eye opener, and it's also for a great cause. you know. So we're come on out and support. Um, yeah, I think
No,
I
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
yeah
So as we talk about some of the other questions we're gonna go through, I'm gonna
yeah.
share
Please, sorry.
the screenshot so that the screenshot the screen so they can see some of the works that some of your previous workshops have created, and they can
Yeah.
kind of get an idea of the more abstract and of the works that you create. Because as you said, you do figure drawing, you use your other drawings, but like this is some of the abstract work that
Mm-hmm.
you all create. So I'll be sharing my screen as we talk so that people can kind of see, what's been made. And some of it's actually really beautiful. And honestly, I was excited about this workshop because as an aspiring movement therapist, there are parts of movement therapy where number one, movement doesn't always mean dance. And I know everyone kind of links the two, but movement is movement. It can be writing, it can be walking, it can be just hands, it can be a head movement. It's movement. So one of the ways in which energy can be translated from a feeling or emotion into like a tangible thing is through drawing. And one of the techniques of analysis is to look at the quality of line work that your client has created, and it kind of helps show where they are a little bit in the the quality of their lines directly translates to the quality of their emotional status.
Yeah.
And so like I for a while was looking into the correlation between, what certain lines mean and what, certain marks mean and whatnot. And I love the rhythms that happen in people's movements, whether they be actual dance movements or line work movements like art therapy. And so, looking at some of the work that you've sent over as I start the sharing the screen so folks can see. Um, wait, I can do this seamlessly. I can talk and share
You
my
can do
screen.
it. You can
I
do it.
can do it. I can do it. Um, yeah, so
There we
um
go.
I did it. So as I was looking through some of the line work that some of the works you've sent over have in them, I was just really excited to go back, and even some of the works that you and I did when we did our media our
Yeah.
powwows at the chai spot, like looking at the line work and just like what that even could mean or what that is even expressing. And then of course there's a whole thing behind color and what colors mean and all of that. So like it's really interesting to see like what people create when you just give them the floor to express, because we all want to be heard, and art taps into a way to express that's not necessarily words, right? So like, all right, I think that was all of them. I'm gonna stop sharing. Go ahead. So I'm excited to see, how people can tap into those expressions without necessarily having to find the words, because heaven knows it's hard to find words sometimes. But like a color might say it all, or a line, like give me a crayon and I'll just like and that'll
Yeah.
that'll get it all out. So like I'm excited to see what we're gonna create and like what we can release, because it's part of that
Yeah.
too, what happens, let's put it that way.
Yeah. It's also putting yourself to kind of express, like not to like putting yourself to it, but kind of encouraging that creativity, to come on out, especially after the sound bath. Taking the opportunity to unleash some of that creativity on on a canvas. That's all I'm saying. Canvas.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's a good word.
On a
Canvas.
canvas. That's all. You
Yes,
know.
but I love it. I love it. No spoilers.
No spoilers at all. But yeah, the pieces that we make, they're not too it's for ourselves. It's not for us to get a check off of. It's for us to be able to know that we have an outlet that it's it's ours. Everyone has one, you know. Um, it's hard to say don't compare yourself to other people, and we do it. I do it. We all do it. Um, but this is what I represent, like not comparing yourself and like creating just a piece just to get it out, because like you said,
Yeah.
words sometimes are hard to say, and to put how, someone made you feel in words could be difficult. So express it in an art piece, you know. So yeah,
I'm here for this tool. Like I use this often, so I'm really excited to see how others can learn how to use it in their own way. As we say, we all do it our own way.
yeah.
But so when you do your workshop, what is the workshops plural? What is the main feedback that you get from your participants after they take your workshops? Because I can imagine they feel some of the catharsis.
Yeah,
So what do you usually
so
hear?
I do I do lead. I tell you, I'm not going to give you guys a spoiler, but normally, not to sound too conceited, but I usually get there's not enough time. I
Ah,
wish it could. I wish this went a little bit longer. I can sit here another hour or two.
yeah.
Like it's a beautiful thing. Like I get um such a it like completes my soul when I could connect a person to art, and kind of debunking that, like, not fear, but more like
Like
debunking that,
apprehension
like,
or a
yeah,
nervousness, anxiety,
yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Of like, I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
I really, 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 really like love that feeling and that response from it, which is usually what I get. You get some people who are like who come in with their own like background in art, and they even say like I never thought to think of it like this or using it in this way.
Mm,
Usually it's I create art to sell that. Like this is
yeah.
or to like you know uh for whatever reason you're creating art that isn't for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Um, so yeah, I usually get that. Um, and relax. I guess relax vibes. People usually tell me I leave here so relaxed and calm. Like this is really good. And I'm like, it's all you guys, honestly.
That's it. That's
Uh,
it. That's the energy that you guys brought to it.
I,
So that's the energy that we
exactly.
have. Like that's it.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So okay, I know we can talk forever. I'm gonna stick to our talking points because I want to like go into this whole segue. Let me focus. It's only supposed to be 30 minutes. But like just one thing I did want to say is like, yeah, that feeling that people have that like, oh, I can't do this because I'm not a enter whatever here. And it's like, a writer is someone who writes, a dancer is someone who dances, an artist is someone who creates art. It doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be anything except what you made. Like, so
To
like
be
I
honest, sorry, not
no no no
to
no go
shut
go for it,
that
go for it.
down, but like you can do whatever the hell, any whatever you want. If
That's
you
it.
want to
That's
dance, dance. If you want to
that's
sing, sing. Like
it.
do my thing in life is do what the hell you want. Like not do what makes you happy. If it makes you happy, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to stick to a label, that's all great. Stick in the label, but
This
like
is
don't box it in. We all encompass a little bit of something, even if you can only do a two step.
that's it.
We
Look
all
at like
encompass something.
we
So
we find
yeah,
that joy and we live it because like it's
exactly.
there's enough out there telling us that we can't do what not can we just not be part of that problem, like how about we be on our own side and say yes you can do it, like
You can do anything you
i'm
want.
I'm okay with that.
God, I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer. I am a dancer.
Yes, yes.
Just because I do this so
That's it.
perfect.
When you dance, you're a dancer. That's what it is. Like a trained
Okay,
dancer, no, but a dancer, yes, and that counts. There
that's
we
fine.
go.
Like,
So, okay.
just
All
yeah,
right. So
okay.
like the Wait. Ah, so the mediums. So you were talking earlier about all the mediums that you use, and without going into spoilers, how do you choose which mediums? I know I
Mm.
kind of like talked a little bit about like I know, some lines kind of give a little bit more to certain expressions or certain colors give to some expressions, but like when it comes to mediums, how do you choose which mediums
Oh,
for the
girl.
workshops? Like, do you find that
Oh, for the
translates?
workshop. Okay.
Yeah.
For the
Look at
workshops, I thought you
look,
were talking about me. So um, when it comes to the workshop, um,
I mean, you can tell us how you do it too. Like, tell us both.
yeah, when I was younger, not gonna lie, I only had the Easter egg paint tubes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? The little,
Mhm.
yeah. I had that, a toothbrush, and a butter knife that my mom was allowing me to use. And I remember putting on Bob Ross on the TV and painting away. I
Yes.
honestly, at the time, I thought I was the shit. I thought I thought I was the bee's knees.
Yes.
Innovation. Okay.
Yes.
I always think about what you have in this time, what you have in this moment. You know, can you create something out of it? You know, it's not always just um uh sorry, it's not just always canvas or paper. Sometimes you can create with uh stuff that you have, like a bottle and
Anything. Yep.
some
Yep.
fabric. So
Yep.
if you want to make a sculpture, clay is something that
Mhm.
is very easily made. Not easily made, but like you can maneuver around it. Paper mache, like you can create a whole beautiful, beautiful sculpture out of paper mache. You know, I want to say before definitely I did provide um like paint materials and stuff. Um, but I mainly try to look for things that you can find in your house,
I feel
or
that.
things that you can find at the dollar store. Like this sounds crazy to say, but I'm a big supporter of letting things go, like creating to let things go. Right? You never know what like full out beauty is if you don't let go of the things that you have to see if something else beautiful comes back. That sounds so dark. No, actually,
No, it makes sense. No, it makes
you know what
sense
I
because
mean?
as you say that, like I imagine like it's like building sandcastles or blowing
Yeah,
bubbles. You're creating
hmm
something really beautiful. And if you try to hold on to that, it you're gonna be disappointed. Like if you don't
exactly.
let it happen and then like look back and just like, oh, okay, wow, that was beautiful. And I'm okay with it being there and the waves coming to take it because I can always make something else. So if I can
Yeah,
make that, I can make anything else. Like you're blowing these bubbles, and I'm like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. I don't want them to pop. But like you can always make some more. Like create it, let it go, let it be, let it lift someone else's
yeah,
spirits, let it take
exactly.
whatever you were trying to release, let it take it away.
Yeah,
So now there's space and there's time and there's a moment for, all right, I can make something fresh. All right. Like
exactly.
that's
So
yeah, I understand what you were trying to say.
that's something that like it is essential. I feel like when we want to create, like allowing things to like kind of get out of it, take it away. You know,
Yes, yes,
putting it out into the universe and actually letting
yes.
it go. You know, um, it's a beautiful thing.
Good
So
for you.
I feel like that's what my workshops are mainly about. Like, creating things in the moment. Um, you don't have to keep it, but it is something that like you should definitely be proud of. And finding things that are unconventional material, I think that puts like the icing on the cake. Um, but having the materials that you want definitely puts like the piping on, like with all the little, it adds
The
all the little candles and
details.
all that jazz, the little pearls, the little confetti stuff, it adds all of that stuff, but you can still make a gorgeous ass cake with the materials that you got, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love it. And see, this is also why I'm excited about this because like they're not just creating this thing at our workshop. This is, like I said, a tool that they're learning how to use. It's almost like a language. We're learning how to translate
Mhm.
energy into a thing, an image, or whatever, translate it into paper, into canvas, onto lines, express it. So like now this tool you have, you can use it at home. And so as you say, you can use whatever materials you have. Yes, take it home and use your baby's crayons and like take the little
I
coloring book,
encourage it.
like do
I
whatever you
encourage
got to get
it.
that printer paper. They could draw it on the back of a bill. Mm, because that
And then
bill
pass
stressed
it
you
on.
out.
Pass
Like,
it
you
on.
know,
Pass it on. You
I
know what I mean?
that's exactly what I love about this because it's like we're giving them something they can then take it home and like use this when you need to like just or like whatever it is that you need to do. Like this is a tool for your toolbox.
Exactly.
Let's just throw it in
Exactly.
there so you know it. It's there when you
Exactly.
need it. Okay. We're not gonna keep on going forever even though I want to. There's just so much to go into this. Like, okay. Is there anything else that you want people to know about you and your workshops? Just like anything we haven't touched on? We touched on like the juicy stuff. Like this is what they're really gonna get out of it and why to come to it. But like, is
Mhm.
there anything else you want to share about it before we let them know where we can find you if they want to join a workshop? We can plug where you are hosting your workshops in addition to like our event. uh,
Yes.
let us
Yes.
know. I'm gonna
Yes.
mute me because there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. I just wanna.
Um, well, now you can find no, okay. You can find me um at Neighborhood Care in Crown Heights and East, actually no, lies. At East New York.
I'll put the link in the
And
caption too, so they can find that and book it whenever is space
yeah,
because they
yes,
like to
yes,
be selling out.
yes.
Yes.
And you can find me at the Brooklyn Heights location as well. Um, and we'll put the link down there. I always wanted to do that, so we'll put the link down there as well. Um, uh, what else? I am on TikTok, Chatty Tutorial. Um, and that's really it. That's really it.
All right.
But
So I'll put your TikTok on
yeah,
the in the caption as well as where to find your classes if they want to come through and try it out. If they happen
mhm.
to miss our event, because I do know this video is gonna be up for all eternity once you put it on YouTube and the internet. It lives forever. So like they can find you after the
Oh,
event is over.
it's gonna age
um
well.
So, all right. So I'm gonna leave it at that because like I said, we could talk forever, but like we're supposed to
Yes.
only be about 30 minutes. So
Thank you
I
guys.
think we're on
Yeah.
board. Yes. So
Also,
I'm
yeah,
looking
come
forward to
through.
this.
Come through.
Yes.
Come through,
So
everybody. Come through.
we have our event on Sunday, April 27th, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the center, which is by Union Square. So it's 208 West 13th Street. Um, there's going to be the three workshops. We're starting off with a Zumba bar situation to really get the energy moving, shifting, and then coming into an introspective moment with the bar. And then we're going into an energy bath or energy healing, I should say, with a sound bath. That's just more of a exist and let the sounds and vibrations happen to you. We are going to be talking to our sound healers in a separate chat so you can like get to meet them and learn about what that is. And then we have our art therapy workshop afterwards. So like this is a whole experience from the beginning to the end. I would love for you to make it to all three. If you can only make it to one, you can book one and come to one of them. If you want to come to just the art therapy, if you want to come to just the sound bath or just the fitness class, you can do it that way too. There's raffles. We're raising money to help a member of our
Yes.
community. They've been diagnosed with cancer and medical bills are heinous because that's what America's about. So we're helping out. They have a GoFundMe. I'll also put that link in the caption. That's the word in the caption. And I'll put the link to our workshop in the caption as well. So if you want to not just support the actual cause, but you also want to get a little extra for yourself with the event that we have going on, you can do them both. You can have your cake and eat it too. Mm.
Right that way.
So, I'll be putting all that information in the caption, and hopefully we'll see you there. It's gonna be the 27th, so tickets are on sale now. We'll see you. So, thank you, Sylver, for coming through. It was a pleasure talking to you as always. And I will you'll see us again. You'll see us again with our sound healers for our next video session.
Yeah.
All right. And take care, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
beautiful day.
Mm.